So you've done your research?
Yeah, apparently.
You know what's going on? Because I don't. I know a bit, like, I kept up with some of it, but...
I don't know, because it's hard to research something when you don't know the general topic anyway.
Yeah, but no one knows the general topic. It's all, like, new stuff.
No, but I don't know anything about roller coasters.
So? A lot of it's just new trains, right?
Yeah, literally.
And you just need to know who built it.
Yeah.
What ride it's for. Whatever.
Yeah. But it has no meaning to me, if that makes sense.
Right, okay.
You know?
But you did it.
I did it.
You did it. So, yeah, this time we're talking about IAAPA, which is the something or other.
What is it?
What is it?
International...
I mean...
Oh, sorry.
On the website, yeah, it says IAAPA, the Global Association for the Attractions Industry, but that's not obviously the name.
That's not an I. Where's the I?
No. It's the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions.
There we go.
So these guys, they meet at several different conferences or expos.
Convention, they called it.
Yeah, around the world. So this one was the American one, and it was held in Orlando, Florida.
Indeed.
Quite a big central theme park area, that is. So
is it always in Florida when it's in America?
Probably. I'm not too sure. I'd imagine so.
Can I just say, we should not be doing this episode. We literally hardly know anything about this.
Yeah, but we're doing it. No, we'll be alright. It's fine. Yeah, the sense of this... I was going to say video. The sense of this podcast... No one really makes a nice little neat video or... Well, let's just say video from IAAPA that summarises all of the main events, all of the main debuts, all of the main reveals.
Yeah.
So we want this podcast to be... I mean, it's still going to be quite long, right? But
of course.
We want this to be an overview of the main points of IAAPA, so you don't have to do any more research and you'll know what happened in America 2019 IAAPA Expo Convention. So let's get right into it.
Okay.
What we start
Well,
with?
no, let's explain kind of what it is. So,
okay.
Essentially, I don't know, people have probably been to some kind of event like this in the past. I know I have. Basically, they hire out like a massive, like a warehouse, basically. Right?
Convention centre.
Yeah. And that one. And basically there's like all stalls and like little stands, and there'll be like big show areas. And there's just stuff happening all the time, isn't there? So like for this one, they just reveal stuff. So there's like all different companies, like B&M, and everybody's there.
Yeah.
And they'll just reveal their new thing, and then, there's like a timetable and you can go and see stuff.
The gist is, it's manufacturers of various amusement rides or products that are trying to sell their services or products to clients, right? So clients go to the event. And
it's a showcase of what they've got.
It's a showcase of what manufacturers and companies can offer the amusements industry. So you will see people from parks go there and scout out what the options are. Often deals are done at IAAPA. So you find that some companies will try and sell their rides there and then. So yeah, it's meant to be a showcase of what there is, what's new in the market, and maybe which direction the market is going in. So yeah, it's a big overview of the amusements industry, all in one room, all the big players.
Yeah, but anybody can go, right?
For a cost.
For a cost, of course. Yeah.
So you can go and have a look at all these reveals.
I couldn't actually find how much it was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because when I looked for there's one in London next year, and it's not open yet to buy a ticket or whatever you do. So I don't know how much it is. It won't be cheap. No. Although somebody who messaged us in said it's £50 for student members.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but that to me sounds like you have to be a member of IAAPA or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but yeah.
So most people in the roller coaster enthusiast vibe get in because they're advertising. Yeah, media, right? Media passes, that kind of thing. So.
But yeah, anybody can go.
Yeah, anyone
just
can go.
Have a look. Yeah.
If you want to pay some big dollars.
Yeah. To be fair though, like if you go to a concert, that's quite a lot of money.
Well, yeah, but
if this is the thing you like,
I don't know how interesting it would be to just go around.
Well, I feel like if you really like roller coasters, then this is probably like heaven for you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. it's hard to say without having ever been to one.
Yeah.
What
Full
they're really
disclosure,
about.
we've never been to one before. A couple of people thought we had in their messages. We have never been.
No.
Cry.
Anyway, where we're starting off with, is this in order of the debuts?
This is not in time order, because obviously I don't really know the time order.
Okay.
This is in
Just order.
grouped in terms of what it is. So
Okay.
like all the train reveals.
Yep.
Let's get through them first.
Yep.
So, did you see all of these trains?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, obviously this is a podcast, but if you just look up the images, then you'll know what we're going to be talking about.
Can we have links in the podcast? Is that a thing? Can you have like additional info?
What do you mean? We can tweet them.
There you go.
We'll tweet some photos
Okay.
to accompany this podcast episode. So first up is SeaWorld Orlando. Do you know which train
Icebreaker.
reveal? Icebreaker.
Yeah. So what company is this?
Blah blah. Don't know.
Wow.
It's a multi-launch family coaster.
I know what company it is. It's Premier Rides.
Oh, I've never heard of Premier Rides. Who are Premier
what
Rides?
research is this? We didn't even get the name of the
Harry,
company.
this is actually very hard to research because there's not a lot of
Yeah.
news on this out there.
So it's Premier Rides. It's a multi-launch.
I got that.
Do you know how many launches?
No,
It's actually 4.
but I know that they've finished the tallest point and it's going to open in spring 2020.
Well done. So it's a quadruple launch coaster.
Quadruple.
It goes backwards, forwards, and then completes the layout.
You're joking.
No.
How far is it going backwards and forwards?
Backwards.
The whole way?
Backwards, nothing. It's like a spike backwards, right?
Oh, right, like Ben 10.
Yeah. So backwards, hardly any. Forwards, halfway up the hill. Backwards, all the way up. And then forwards, all the way over the hill, and then it carries on with the ride.
Okay, why?
Well, these kind of rides, one is it's cheaper to build a launch because you don't need all of it to get up to speed.
Right.
And 2, it increases the ride length massively.
I see.
So that's the main reason.
But how do they batch?
There's a transfer track, so the train goes out of the station, turns, and then goes onto the launch straight.
Right.
Right.
And then they can
the
load
track
the
moves
next
into
one.
place. They can load the next one while that one's going around the circuit.
Right.
But then, well, when it makes it over the hill and goes through the rest of the circuit, it'll end back at the station.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes straight into the station.
I see.
Yeah. So it doesn't affect throughput too much.
Okay, well, I quite like this train.
Yeah, it's alright.
I feel like you're going to say you hate every single one.
I'm not a huge fan of the design of the train generally.
Oh, you mean the actual shape
The
of
actual
it?
shape and
Yeah, neither am I. But I think
what they've done with it, with a nice little, it's ice blue with like cracked ice effect, right?
yeah.
It is called ice.
I mean, it looks okay.
It looks okay. It the front nose cone.
It's got a pointy nose as if it's
yeah.
going to break the ice.
It's kind of cool, to be fair. I like that nose cone.
Nose cone, that's so funny.
But so
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Next up,
Carnival Cruise Line revealed their ride car for Bolt coaster.
by
However you say Maura.
Amara Rides.
Maura?
Yeah. So this is the world's first roller coaster on a cruise ship.
Yeah, what does that mean? Because I read that and I was like,
It means
what?
they're putting a roller coaster on a cruise ship.
Oh my god, okay.
But it's only a small. It's a spike coaster, right? Which is there's this track that has one rail below another, so vertically.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of the train clamps to the side, and motors in the train pull it through the layout.
Right.
But the speed at which the train goes depends on what part of the layout you're going through.
Okay.
But you
but
can
they
change
said
the speed
they
as
said
well.
here that it's like a motorcycle and you can change the
Yeah,
speed.
But it's obviously maxed out to a certain speed at a certain corner, right?
Okay, that makes more
You
sense
can't take
now.
the corner going 100 miles per hour.
Because when I read this, I was like, oh my god.
So you could
This
put
is
it,
amazing.
if you go full all the way, it'll just go to the max that the design is set
Yeah.
to. But that's the
Okay.
whole point, right? It's take it at your own speed. Small trains, 2 people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't actually got any of these open.
Right.
Yeah.
Anywhere. This kind of ride.
They've built them, but they're not open.
Okay.
So,
So it might not do that well, we don't know.
well, this is it. It's a very unique type of ride. You know, no one's done anything really similar, but it doesn't seem to be going that well.
Mm.
And now they're going to put it on a cruise ship.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, they had someone to unveil it, who I had to Google. Taylor actually tweeted us about this guy. Apparently he's a famous basketballer called, oh god, everyone's gonna hate me, Shaquille O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
No idea who he is, but he was there, and Taylor was quite excited by that.
Shaquille O'Neal.
So,
Yeah, he's famous.
That's fun. Well done. Next one. Busch Gardens Tampa Bay.
Uh-oh.
Iron Gwazi.
The Duplo coaster.
The Duplo coaster itself.
So, this is their new big RMC where they've taken Gwazi, their old dueling GCI coasters. They've knocked down like 3/4 of it. And they're building one huge hybrid roller coaster from Rocky Mountain Construction. So it'll have inversions, it'll have a over 200-foot drop. That's what, like 60 meters. 91 degrees decline.
Right.
Fast,
that's not good.
Tall, long, whatever. It's everything. They're trying.
So is this meant to be really good?
They've gone big.
They're competing against Wildfire now.
No. They're not. They're competing with Steel Vengeance, the best of the best.
Okay.
That's their aim. It's bigger than
Okay.
Wildfire.
Right. Sorry.
Probably better than Wildfire.
So sorry.
But
crap trains.
So yeah, I am not a fan of RMC trains at all. I think they look bad, ride bad. No. I think they look bad. I said to someone a few days ago that the RMCs are a triangle of bad, right? They look bad.
Yep.
They seat bad, as in they're not very comfortable to sit in, and they operate bad because operations on them are terrible because you have a seat belt that you have to do first.
Yeah, love it.
And then put the thing up. So it's the trifecta of bad. This one is just ugly.
So is there a seatbelt on this?
Yeah.
Of course. Okay.
So the whole gist of Iron Gwazi went from a lion and a tiger to a crocodile now. It's a crocodile.
Yeah, I got that from the train.
But it looks like a Lego crocodile, right?
I
It's a bit
mean,
Lego-y.
it looks like a 5-year-old drew a crocodile.
Yeah. Jamie got a picture of a Duplo crocodile and put it next to the train and it looked the same.
Yeah.
So Google Duplo crocodile and that's the train pretty much. Yeah, it's the kind of the front car, the front design is cool, right? It's an interesting concept, but I feel like the chassis of the train and the side panels of the train do not match the aesthetic or design of the crocodile head at the front.
No, because also what they've done is it's basically got a border around some of the bits.
Yeah.
And they've made it blue.
Yeah.
Why didn't they make it green?
I don't know.
Why would you make it blue? Because then it makes it look less like a crocodile.
It's strange.
It's just odd. I don't get it. They're trying to be cool and like artsy, but it just looks odd.
I'm sure it's going to be a really good coaster. But man,
Gutted about the trains.
I don't think the best looking RMC trains, in my opinion, Wildfires look okay. Lightning rods before they put I don't know if you know about this, but Lightning Rod had like a hot rod car at the front.
Really?
Like the front of a car. With,
Yeah.
like the exhaust tubes coming out of the
Yeah.
engine. And then one season, or a few for ages, it had nothing on the front. And then
What do you mean nothing?
nothing. That disappeared.
It was blank.
It was nothing, yeah. And then
Cool.
And then they put a smaller version, like a miniature version of what was on the front.
What?
So now it's this like tiny little car front. It looks really dumb.
What?
But
Why did they do that?
I don't know. It looked so cool before, but now it's.
Oh my
so, yeah.
god. People are being weird. Okay, next.
Next.
This one is my favourite.
This is bad.
This is my favourite.
Go for it.
Legoland New York. They've got a ride. So this is kind of not just a train reveal. This was like a new ride concept, right? Because I'm assuming no one's done this before.
Oh no, people have done it before. It's a trackless dart ride.
No, but the have you not heard about the? Oh my god, what's the word?
It makes you into a Lego character.
Yeah, that bit.
Yeah, probably not.
That's not been done before. So it's a dark ride, but when you get on, it like I don't know if it takes a picture or whatever. It just looks at you, the machine, and it makes you into a Lego person on the screen. Mm-hmm. So like the Lego person you see in front of you is you. How cool is that?
It is a nice addition. I agree.
So why are you hating on it? Because of the train?
Well, look at the train. It's a box.
Yeah, but that's Lego, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's boxy for Lego. Like that's a box. You know, it doesn't look very good.
I think it looks fine. It looks Lego.
It's too Lego.
It's
beyond.
I'm sorry, it's too Lego.
It's beyond Lego. It's just
right.
boring. It's all one color.
Because it's a Lego block.
So
do you understand
it's not
Lego?
One Lego block.
Yeah, but it's made of blue Legos. What are you gonna do? Like have different color Legos?
Yeah. Anyway, so it's a trackless dart ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opening with the park in
Opening
July.
with the park, and then they said if it goes well, they're gonna put it in different parks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That would be good. So what's the actual theme of the...
So it's like a factory, a Lego factory.
That is a cool idea.
Yeah.
I like that. I'd like to see that at other Lego parks, for
Yeah.
sure.
And then they said, the vehicle we created for the Lego Factory adventure is meant to make guests feel as if they are part of the automatic robot machinery that you would see in a Lego factory. So they're like building you as a Lego.
Oh, right.
Do you see what I mean? Quite funny.
Do you know who made the ride vehicles?
No, because I probably took that out because it was boring. Let me Google it. Lego.
I'm genuinely interested.
ETF Ride Systems and Holovis.
Holovis,
whatever that is
no
pronounced.
idea who ETF is, but Holovis, they did the Wicker Man audio visual effects.
Oh yeah, I remember reading that they worked on Wicker Man.
They did Mystic Timbers. So
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very exciting actually. I like this one.
It's a cool concept. I'm glad that Legoland are getting a trackless dart ride. And
also, I quite like it because it's like literally pure Lego.
Yeah.
It's not like Ninjago or whatever new Lego thing there is. It's literally like legit just Lego.
It's quite surprising that they haven't thought of the idea of doing it before.
Yeah, but they probably didn't want to do it because the technology wasn't quite there. You know?
Well...
Because they've always had things like when you go places and there's a little room where you can do a screen and it makes you or whatever.
Yeah.
But they just never did it on a ride.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
You know?
I do.
But they're doing it. So yeah.
Next.
SeaWorld San Antonio. Do you know which one it is?
GCI.
This is my favourite. Texas Stingray.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the tallest, fastest and longest coaster of its kind in Texas.
Yeah.
In Texas.
So it's a wooden roller coaster manufactured by Great Coasters International.
And it looks awful.
Weird train design.
Literally, why is there wood? Well, obviously, why is there wood? Because it's wood. But then there's just a stingray, like a plastic stingray on it.
So the plastic stingray sits on top of the Texas
What is
Star.
that? Oh, sorry, it's the Texas Star.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But why is it just
bizarre.
Sat on it?
It's bizarre, and the face the stingray has is quite weird. A bit gory.
Is that just two eyes?
Yeah.
That's so wrong.
It looks
it's
very
so
cartoonish,
wrong.
very...
basic.
Yeah. It's quite strange. Looks like a really solid ride, though, to be fair.
Why did they have to put that on the train?
Bizarre, yeah, bizarre.
Just stop. I wonder what the rest of the theme will be like. Are they just going to have like a... Oh my god, it looks so awful. I'm just going to have a massive stingray statue or something outside of it.
I doubt they'll theme it that much.
Really?
Yeah.
So don't theme the train awfully then. Just don't bother. So mad. Anyway, there's that one. We'll move on from that because it's upsetting me. Let's forget that for now. And that. Intamin showed off its car for Pantheon at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Yeah.
America's fastest multi-launch coaster. Why do they always put loads of stats in? Should I read all these stats out? Do we really care? 72 miles an hour.
Yep.
4 launches.
Yep.
95-degree drop.
Yep.
Maximum height of 180 feet. Two inversions. Wow, spoiling us. And a spike track leading into a backward section. Wow. Okay, that is a lot of stuff. Is this meant to be good?
Yeah,
That is a lot of stuff to throw in there.
It's a big coaster. So it's the same kind of gist. There's a launch. You go through a bit of like a a launch that gets you up to a relatively slow speed. Then you go through a few inversions, a few drops. You go into the triple launch section. So you go into the launch straight. You launch forwards, halfway up the first hill, backwards, all the way up the spike, backwards.
Oh, okay, that's quite
forwards
exciting.
Again to the top of the hill. You crest the hill
and carry on.
Then you fall down this 95-degree slope.
Whoa.
And then you carry on. The only
Okay.
sad point about this ride, looking at the POVs and stuff, is it ends with so much speed. Like a huge amount of
because
speed.
it tells me here the speeds of the launches.
Yeah.
So the first one's 36.
Yeah.
The second one's 50.
Mm-hmm.
The backwards one is 61. And the last one's 67.
Yeah.
So you're like pumping it all into the end bit. Why are they not doing it at the start? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this is it. So you start the ride quite slow. So it's a bit of a shame that there isn't a bit more to it.
Mm.
When it gets going, there's only a short ride.
Right.
But this is it. Triple launch coasters, in my opinion, like this, are a bit of a swizz. They're built.
They look better than they are.
They're built to increase the length of the ride through this kind of backwards thing.
Mm.
So it looks really good. Honestly, it looks really good, but it's just a shame. Anyway, train design. What do you think?
Do you know what colour the track's going to be?
Brown.
Okay, so it's got brown seats and it's got a little bit of brown on the design.
The colour of the seats, pretty much.
I mean, okay, so what it is like obviously some kind of Greek thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's got little Greek patterns on it and it's yellow and blue and then it's got bits of brown. I don't know, it's just meh.
It's Greek.
I think it's fine. It's obviously Greek colours, but I don't know why they'd pick brown as the main colour.
Mm.
Brown is a horrible colour.
I think it looks a bit childish. The patterns on it don't look very... It all looks very 2D.
It's because of the brown, I think, though. Imagine if the seats were black.
Yeah, maybe.
It would look well
better.
Think
the designs are a bit 2D. They're just painted on the side.
Yeah.
There's not much depth to it. It looks a bit... Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Boring in a bad way.
But it's not awful.
No, it's not awful.
So it's,
But yeah, not a huge fan of that one.
Oh, well. Okay, Orion. Is that how you say it? Orion?
Orion.
Oh, sorry. Orion. Orion is how it's spelled.
Orion.
I can be E
Orion.
or I.
Or
It's spelled Orion.
Or Orion.
Orion. It's Orion, guys.
No, but
It's Orion.
The Orion star, whatever you call it.
What? I've never heard of that word before.
The Orion's belt.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Is that what it's based on?
That's
A constellation, is that what you mean?
Constellation, yeah. I think it's Orion's
Okay,
belt.
so that's the theme, stars.
I don't know what the theme is.
Well, there's a little bit of galaxy in the middle there.
There you go then.
So maybe it is. Upcoming steel roller coaster located at Kings Island Amusement Park.
Yes.
It's a hypercoaster built by B&M. What?
It's a hypercoaster model.
What do you mean?
So the park's marketing it as a giga coaster, right? Because giga coasters are meant to be 300 feet high.
Right.
This one's like 285 or something.
So it's not a giga coaster.
But the drop is over 300 feet. So they class it as a giga coaster.
Okay, I see what they did there.
But the model name that B&M offer is hypercoaster.
Okay.
So
so it's hyper / giga.
Yeah, sure.
Big up B&M. Love a bit of B&M. 7th giga coaster in the world.
Yeah.
Costs $30 million. $300 million. $30 million.
$30 million US, yeah.
Yeah.
Expensive, big.
So this one, the train. First of all, what's the ride like? Is it good? Do we know?
So B&M have two other giga coasters: Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland and Fury 325.
Right.
It's somewhere in between in terms of layout.
Okay.
Leviathan is a bit. People have said mixed things about it. Everyone loves Fury. Orion mixes elements of both.
Mm.
It's hard to say with these kind of coasters. They don't look very good on paper.
Okay, so there's a bit of a boulder effect going on.
Well, they don't look very good on paper. I would even argue that Fury doesn't look that great on paper.
Right.
But everyone loves it.
Yeah.
So it must ride well.
Yeah.
And I imagine it's the same.
I feel like B&M rides well.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they ride well. So I think it's going to be the same kind of gist.
Uh-huh. So the train.
It's very basic.
It is very basic. I have to say. So what they've done is they've got a blue... Is this a nose cone?
Yeah.
Blue nose
Front
cone.
car, whatever.
They've whacked a triangle on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put the logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It's basic, but I'd say it's basic, but it's sleek.
Yeah.
Which is the best kind of basic, right?
Yeah.
So I actually kind of like that one.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is quite this design.
With Pantheon, it's basic, but it's not sleek.
Yeah.
It just...
This one's classier.
Yeah. Pantheon's clumsy.
Yeah.
That one's class. So...
I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of the word.
Yeah,
minimalist. That's what I was trying to think of.
Which is good. I like that. If you're not going to theme a coaster heavily, minimalist, nice.
Solid colour choice.
Yeah, fine. No problem. Happy with that.
Done.
Next.
Okay, that's all the trains I had.
So this year, trains at IAAPA, poor. Just poor.
Just poor.
I know people are going to argue against that.
Well, I don't know, because let me just have a scan for some of our opinions that were sent in.
Should we do train opinions?
Train opinions.
Let's do them now.
I remember specifically we had one at least. So one of the overall opinions we had was LJ Tillett says generally the train reveals were boring and uninteresting.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I don't know if they actually went or they're just watching like us online, but they got that vibe.
Mm-hmm. Was that it?
That was it for that one. But I was just gonna say, like, but how, I don't get how, I mean, personally, I feel like I wouldn't ever get excited about a train reveal because I don't care that much. But like, what would actually make it exciting?
A nice train.
Right.
One that doesn't look bad.
Okay, what's a train that doesn't look bad? Like Taron?
Yeah, Terrence is cool.
So if they went, Taron's train, they
and it
unveiled it, and you were like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That would be good.
just the quality of the trains was poor.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
We've seen much better train reveals before in other previous IAAPAs.
Mm.
So, two of the trains we didn't mention actually, because Zoe forgot to research them.
Were they good ones? Oh, sorry.
They're the Zamperla trains.
Yeah, this is exciting.
So Zamperla released... So Zamperla was a flat rides manufacturer mainly.
Oh, and now they're doing real coasters.
Now they're doing coasters that are kind of like rip-off Gerstlauer Eurofighters.
Cool.
And the trains for them were allegedly awful.
Before this reveal?
Before this reveal. And the rides, the coasters allegedly are not very comfortable to ride.
Oh. Be fair, Gerstlauers aren't anyways.
Debatable. So, the new trains, they've got two. One is a replacement to their Thunderbolt coaster, which is the coaster I'm referring to.
So just a normal train?
Normal train. Thunderbolt used to seat people in rows of 3, weirdly.
What?
This one...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, rows of 3.
Rows
Crazy.
of 3?
With weird lap bar design. This one, rows of 4. You can
well
chain
done.
them up to, I think, 8 cars.
Rows of 3? I'm still not over that.
7 cars or something like that. Yeah, 7 cars. You can chain them up to 7 cars. So 28 riders per train max. Nice looking, kind of bog standard train looking really.
Mm-hmm.
Quite
classic.
Open, quite free. They've got speakers in as well, so
yeah.
you can have audio. The lap bars look nice. It's a modern train.
Mm-hmm.
So hats off, honestly. It's
well done.
good.
You added an extra seat.
You added an extra seat and you made it less crap. Nice. The more interesting train, which is called Dangles with a Z for you Americans.
I absolutely love that.
A capital Z.
Dangles. That's so bad.
Oh, the other train, just quickly, is called Lightning. So the other one was Thunderbolt. This is Lightning.
Okay,
very,
why
very
cool.
couldn't
they say with that theme, not Dangles?
But yeah, no, Dangles, man. Dangles is a train.
How many times can we say Dangles?
Which dangles. No, it doesn't dangle at all, which I don't get why it's called Dangles. So the train has a 160 degree motion.
Which is the one Taylor rode in that video?
What video? Oh, Axis. Oh, we haven't even said
Axis. Oh yeah,
yet.
Axis is on the list.
Okay, so cut that out. So 160 degree motion, which means that the train can pivot like a spinning coaster 160 degrees total.
On a horizontal axis.
So it can spin round.
Right.
I think.
So wait. 160, so not all the way around.
So not all the way around. So 180 would be
half.
So you could go from left to right.
So it's kind of facing forward.
You could nearly go from the left side to nearly go to completely the right side.
Okay, why?
It's just to make it more interesting.
But then when you're riding, you'll just kind of slightly turn.
Yeah.
And what?
Don't know.
And then what? You hit the edge and you have to ping back.
Well, no, you wouldn't ping back. It's just free rotating, right? It just rotates.
Okay, so it smoothly rotates. Yeah. It would never like bounce or anything.
It would be damped, probably, so that it slowly rotates.
Smooth.
Smooth, yeah.
I get it. Yeah, the other one we missed, which was actually on my list as like one of the big announcements. So, but we'll just do it now. So we do all the train stuff. Is SNS the Axis model? So all I've written here is 360 degree rotation on a passenger spoon.
Is that what they called it?
A passenger spoon.
What the hell's that mean?
I don't know, man. That's what they call it.
Okay.
A passenger spoon.
So to put a picture of this,
yeah.
Essentially, you have imagine the train chassis, so just the floor.
Okay.
Right. Then you have
a spoon.
No. You have
no
the
spoons.
Floor. You have at the back of each car. There's like an arch or like a triangle, right? Mm-hmm. So imagine a triangle that sticks at the back.
Mm-hmm.
A rod comes out of the top of that triangle, and that rod is connected to 2 seats.
Okay, so the seats are on a stick.
So the seats are on a stick. The
I'm
back
with
of the
you.
seats are on a stick.
Right.
Together. They're connected together.
Okay.
Right? So people get in the seats.
How many seats in a car? Just
two.
2. So then the next car has another 2.
Well, yeah, I assume so, roughly.
Okay.
So these seats can pivot on that axis, right? So they can pivot round.
Like a ball on a ball?
No. They can pivot 360 degrees on the plane facing the
Oh, okay.
the rod.
I'm with you.
So just as you would twist a rod, the same way you would twist a rod,
Yeah.
that's how the seats would spin.
The rod that they're on,
Would
imagine
spin.
you twisted it
Yeah.
left or right.
Yeah, and that's how
Okay.
the seats spin. So they spin.
So can you go upside down then?
Yes.
Wow.
So the seats spin independently of the train. So this means that the train could go through inversions, and you would go through. You don't have to go through the inversion.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Your body could stay still because it could just turn
exactly
the other way.
But it doesn't, because that's not how
Yeah,
physics
that's not.
works.
Yeah, that's
so
not.
you end up going through this morphed inversion. So the train whips through the inversion, and you kind of whip through.
Are you a bit left behind?
Yeah, you kind of whip through a delayed inversion.
Okay.
So you're still rotating after the inversion is finished.
But surely that would make the ride worse.
Well, it gives it
Or,
more...
I mean, less intense.
Partially.
Because
Some of it would become
it's
less
kind
intense.
of like breaking your fall kind of thing.
Some of it would become less intense, but some of it would become more intense. Anything before the inversion would probably be less, but coming out of the inversion, once it's finished, you're still going.
Yeah, you'd get weird effects happening.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the suspended coasters, how they go from side to side. But imagine that full rotation.
Mad.
Right. So it's very creative in terms of the layout. They have a demo layout in their factory. So I'd recommend watching it. Just type in Axis SNS and you'll probably see it. It looks very cool. The elements that they have put in really kind of accentuate the design of the train.
Okay.
So yeah,
I've never heard of SNS before I researched this.
Yeah, no, they're relatively big, but not in Europe that much.
Right.
They're mainly they do a lot of stuff in Asia.
Okay.
And
Wacky things.
They're starting to get into US.
They're bringing the innovation.
They're not known for being very reliable.
Okay.
In terms of building roller coasters.
In terms of what though? Safety?
Not safety, just operations. As
okay.
in, like they tend to break down or they're not very good.
Right.
So
that's great to know.
Well, yeah, but SNS also bought Vekoma a few years ago.
Did they?
And Vekoma have been doing very well recently, obviously.
Right.
So here's to hoping that they've shared some ideas on how to make more
good rides.
Reliable and better rides.
Yeah, but that was quite a big
announcement. The biggest.
Yeah.
But we already knew about it.
But does that count as a train?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that counts as a new ride concept.
No, it is a new ride concept.
It's not a train reveal.
No.
That's what I mean. That's why it wasn't in that section.
Sure.
But we'll count that as a train.
Sure.
Shall we?
So that's a train. I really recommend viewing it. I know Taylor of Coast Studios did a good bit on it.
Yeah, we watched that and it was really funny.
Yeah. So
it looks weird.
It looks weird. But I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Especially for unique rides coming from that. You know, the industry's slowing down in terms of unique concepts.
Yeah.
And that is hell of a unique concept.
Yeah.
So.
We need something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, questions about the trains.
Mm-hmm.
Scott says, favourite train reveal? Go.
Could none of them be an answer?
None of them, yeah, that counts. None of them, not even Axis.
I wouldn't class Axis as a train reveal, as you say. So, none of them.
What about Zapala?
Zampella. I don't really care. I don't really...
You're not a train enthusiast, Harry.
No. Well, I only like trains that look good, and none of them really do. Yeah, honestly, none of them really pique my interest. Sorry, guys.
Other questions regarding SNS Axis model. Just like, what do you think about it? Thoughts on the SNS Axis track layout example?
As I said, I think the layout really exaggerates what the ride can do.
Yeah.
Which is what you want from the layout.
Yeah.
It's very twisty, very inversion based, but that's what you want from a type of ride like that.
Yeah.
So it's all about using the dynamics of the train with the dynamics of the track. And that's what they've done, exactly.
Yeah. Somebody said, Iron Gwazi lead cars kind of made up for them dropping the Lion theme. Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, you mean it explains why they dropped it?
No, I don't think it makes up for it at all.
I was going to say. Do they mean that the cars are so good that it doesn't matter?
Surely, yeah. It sounds like they like it.
Right.
Don't
okay.
like it. People like RMC trains, I just don't.
I mean, fair. It's not the worst.
No, but it's far from the best.
Wiki's Tom says, in my opinion, Iron Gwazi's trains look naff.
Yes, they are naff.
Naff.
They do look naff. But everyone doesn't know what naff is. It's just like
Rubbish.
Meh. Yeah, not quite rubbish. It's just a bit meh.
Yeah, that's all the train comments.
That's all the train comments.
Actually, wait.
Whoa.
Whoa. I nearly forgot about
Hold
Twitter
the
there.
Phone.
Number one fan is back commenting for us. Joel
Hello.
says, I know you're going to talk about how bad you think all the trains look. He knows us so well. So I just want to say, I think the Gwazi one looks quite good. Also, whilst the how are we saying this? Orion. Sorry, guys. Orion. No, it's literally Oreo in my head. Orion train is generic. Sorry, yeah, I'll start that bit again because it didn't make sense. Also, whilst the Orion train is generic, it has nice colours.
Orion.
Orion.
Yeah.
Joel.
Sure, Joel. I don't want to say you're wrong, but you're wrong. No. It's just, yeah, sure.
It does have nice colours.
No, I'm talking about Gwazi.
Oh, Gwazi, yeah.
Everyone likes a different design from a train. You know, I'm much more of a make it look good or don't make it look like anything.
I think there's hardly any trains that would impress you in the world.
There's some out there.
Do you know what I mean? You don't even like the Lego train, and that's spot on Lego.
It's a crap train.
It's not. It's literally Lego.
There's some good trains out there.
Yeah, only like 5 though.
Not many.
In your opinion. Mr. Taylor Bybee himself. Maura, is that how we say it?
Yeah, Maura.
Maura bringing out Shaq for
Shaquille
the Bolt.
O'Neal.
For the Bolt unveiling was pretty cool. So he
like that?
He loved it.
He loves it.
I think that's quite a good idea though, to get a celeb out.
Maybe.
But I don't know what relation he had to the right.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
There must be some kind of link there, but we wouldn't know about it.
Who knows?
Okay, next. So that's all the train reveals, which is mainly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It should just be the train convention, to be honest. What else was there? Random thing that was announced. The Belgian Wallaby Park. They have a dark ride called Popcorn Revenge at the moment.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
And now they're going to expand it to have a whole area called Popcorn Universe.
Really?
Yep.
What are they putting in?
And they have
area?
merch.
Of course they have merch.
Popcorn merch. Oops.
What are they putting in the area?
They have a few. They said they have a few rides that are themed to popcorn, but they didn't say what rides.
Right. Okay. That's kind of cool.
And they didn't say a coaster or anything.
No.
So, but yeah, they've already got their merch sorted.
Nice.
Pretty random.
Popcorn's Revenge is such a weird concept.
Why is
for a dark ride.
Where's this popcorn coming from?
No idea.
Is it? It says an IP area, so it must be some kind of like show or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I've got no clue.
I mean, it looks bizarre, but original. What can you say? B&M did another reveal.
Yeah.
It wasn't a train. It was just the name for its new dive coaster at SeaWorld San Diego, Emperor.
Yeah.
You heard about this? The
Yeah.
penguin ride?
Everyone thought it was going to be called Mako,
Yes.
but it was Emperor in the end.
Yeah.
Looks like a Valkyrie over dive coaster. So it's not as high as the others. It's 6 seat wide trains, 3 rows, no mid course, much more bam 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 elements wise. So yeah, no, it looks like a good dive coaster, to be honest. Looks like a good addition.
And I have to say, when you think about it, it's actually quite a funny theme. Because you know how penguins like dive into the water?
Yeah, that slide, don't they?
Yeah. That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? So yeah, that happened. And then the other ones was RMC. Everyone's talking about this. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We're selling some. I do not get what this means, and no one explained it online. A spare Raptor.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
It's a model of a coaster.
A Raptor is a coaster
Raptor
model.
Track.
Okay.
It's the type of track.
Right. With a $400,000 reduction.
Essentially, I think a park in Asia wanted one and then pulled out.
Right.
But
and they're trying to flog it now.
They already started building it, so they're trying to flog it for cheap.
Yeah.
But it's just a stock layout.
Yeah.
So who knows if they sold it? But everyone was like, "Oh, hope my park buys it."
Someone actually messaged us saying they hope Thorpe Park buys it.
If Thorpe Park buys that, we're all doomed. We're all doomed.
Oh. And then the last one I have is probably the biggest one. GCI revealed their new steel track,
Yeah.
and that's all I know.
So at last year's IAAPA, they revealed a new train,
Okay.
which was
Design, like a model?
yes,
Okay.
not an actual physical train.
Oh, right.
And this train was their next generation, the Infinity train.
So not the one that's on Wicker Man?
No, that's a Millennium Flyer.
Right, so their next
Flyer.
one after that.
Yeah, Infinity Flyer. That train is capable of inversions.
Whoa! I remember this.
Yeah, a new lap bar, a tighter turning circle.
Yeah.
Better design, better tracks, better tracked, as in it follows the track better, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So this year, they announced, as you said, steel track. So now, well, essentially with RMC building so many inverting rides, GCI has looked at that and gone, oh boy, we should probably try and get into that market, because a lot of Asian theme parks don't want wooden coasters. They want something better.
Right.
They want something more intimidating, and putting an inversion on a wooden coaster makes it more intimidating, right? So essentially, they're being forced to keep up with the times. So Claire Hain, who's the guy behind GCI, he said that was one of the reasons for this new track. The track hasn't been tested yet,
right?
So it's not ready to go yet, but it will be by summer of next year, I think.
So they're just announcing that they've had the idea.
They built a prototype, and the testing will commence now.
Right.
Right. So
they're getting there.
So GCI soon will be selling inverting wooden coasters, or inverting roller coasters even. It's not wooden actually, because that one's actually pure steel track, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be selling hybrid, probably.
Right.
So steel track, wooden support.
Yeah. Okay. But that's it. And I'll just read a couple more comments from people. I know we had one from Taylor Bybee about GCI. GCI shocked everyone with their steel track unveiling at the Fun Spot after party. And he said that more than anything got people talking. So that's the big boy one.
It's a very interesting move, but I think it's a bit of a late move, honestly, to be fair. Rocky Mountain Construction's been rocking around for, 9 years
Quite
or
a
something?
while, yeah.
So
we move on to the question section. We've already had a couple, but we'll just do the other ones. Deflector is asking about the RMC Raptor. What park do you think should buy this model of the single rail coaster?
a small park.
A small park. Like Drayton? That level?
No, not Drayton.
Smaller than that?
A small park looking for a thrill coaster.
Okay.
Oakwood.
Okay, right.
You know?
A small park.
Well, a relatively small park. I'd say Drayton would be alright, but they don't need a thrill coaster.
No. I mean that level of smallness.
Yes, I think realistically, I think only small parks should be looking at these. The throughput
well, if they're
is terrible.
stock rides, then what are you doing?
But the throughput's like 400 riders per hour on a good day. You know, big roller coasters tend to be 1,000, 1,200.
So it's not really feasible for a big park.
No, it's not. If a big park's buying them, like big parks have been, they're stupid. But it's been happening. So it's just
Michael DeForce says, what do you think about the new GCI steel track?
As I said, I think it's a bit late, honestly. It's a good thing that they've, putting out this hybrid track, steel track, but I feel like it is a bit too late. I don't know if anyone's really going to pick it up. Or I don't know if anyone's going to pick it up outside of Asia. Right. We'll see. A lot of the American parks are now very solid on, Rocky Mountain Construction building rides. You've got Six Flags have been building RMCs for ages. They were the first ones.
Yeah, why would you change to another manufacturer when you've already got them?
Yeah, and Cedar Fair are now already they're on RMC now.
They'd have to bring it out and then innovate it in a different way.
Well, I don't know.
In a few years.
They might just be trying to, who knows? Maybe they're just going to aim to try and build more of these from the ground up. Rocky Mountain Construction have been improving rides. Maybe GCI are going to just try and build them ground up.
Brand new ones.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting move, but I got no idea how it'll pan out.
And then finally, loads of people asking, are you going to IAAPA in London next year?
Hopefully.
I'd
like to be there. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, and it's very close to home, so why not?
Yeah, exactly. So if we do go, we'll get a great setup going, Don't know what we'd be doing. I feel like a vlog isn't quite right for IAAPA.
No.
I'd rather stand in front of a camera and just be like, with a
I'm not
microphone.
sure.
Hey.
Yeah, it's more of like a news anchor kind of situation.
I think that's the vibe we're going for. A bit more like bam, bam, bam.
Because it is about news, isn't it? It's not about having a great day at a theme park.
I don't really want to give my opinion. Well, I want to give a little bit of my opinion on the stuff.
Yeah, but based on the news.
Exactly,
so where you got to get the news.
It'll be mainly news, standing in front of different things going, oh, GCI, you're not offering this now,
Yeah.
So, who knows?
It'd be weird. It'd be weird.
It'd be great to go. So I think if we can, we'll try and get there.
Shall. And that's all the questions. So that's it.
That's it.
We did it. That was quite intimidating, that episode. I was a bit nervous.
So it's a long boy.
Well, I just don't know anything about it. I feel like the rest of the stuff that we do on this podcast, I can just ramble. And then this one, you have to know stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot to keep up on.
Yeah.
A lot to keep up with.
That's the trouble when they do it in one go. There's just so many announcements. You're like, what are you saying?
Yeah. You got to really keep track or you just lose track. Which is why I want someone to make a nice
I know, we need
video.
someone to just summarise, please.
Yes, please. Anyway, that's been it from this one.
Yeah.
Please do send in your ideas for both longer episodes and minisodes.
Yes. We're constantly collecting them.
Yes, we are. We're always looking for exciting ideas. So you can tweet us at CBR Podcast.
Yep.
Or tweet me at Coasterbot.
Message us on Instagram at Coasterbot.
Yep.
Do whatever you want.
We listen. We're listening.
We're here.
We're
also listening as well as talking at you.
Yes.
Also, another thing, the other day, on the day of recording, actually, the annual Clamshell Award nominations went live.
By Cupcakes and Coasters, Jordan Middleton. It's an awards to try and celebrate theme park content creators on several different platforms. YouTube, podcasts, blogs, Instagram people. Everything. Gaming channels related to theme parks.
Yeah.
Everything and anything. So it's kind of a multi-stage process depending on when you're listening. Right now, nominations going out, but then next week, so
early December, the nominations will be kind of like collated into like a voting situation. So
if you're listening after something like the 4th of December, then you're probably voting. So vote for your favorite content creators.
Yeah, just get on there, have a look.
If we get nominated for podcast, vote for us. If you like
or
this
your
podcast,
favorite, but if this is your favorite, vote for it.
If this isn't your favorite, stop listening.
Yeah, why are you listening then?
If you're not like Joel,
why do you at the end of the podcast?
If you're not a dedicated fan like Joel, just leave.
And Joel, if you're listening, we're expecting a vote, mate.
Joel, if you don't, I know you're technically in Coasterbot, but if you don't vote for Coasterbot,
that still counts.
I'm gonna fire you.
Yeah, so, you'll be demoted permanently. That's not even a joke. Genuinely.
I want to say that we are joking about everything you said.
Yeah.
Vote for your favourites. Vote for who you like.
Yeah. Also vote in the general election.
if you're in the UK,
same time.
Vote in the general election. Okay, that's it.
That's it. Bye. We did it. We did it.